Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Yasmin from Hansum Glück, and we're looking at Race to the Newfound Land. And I will point out before we get started, this is a non-final production copy. So things are not cut straight necessarily or quite flat, but we can learn how to play, which is, of course, what the focus is for Hansum Glück.
Yeah.
We all know, yes, you will make good games.
Thank you.
So, what are we doing this time? We're actually going to Newfoundland.
Yes, we are settlers from different countries. We have England and Spain, and of course the Netherlands and Portugal. So you are one of these nations, and you want to find the new land. Every nation has a different starting ship in the beginning. So you have, for example, 2 sails, 1 settler, 3 boxes, and 0
navigation or research. I don't know. I like the telescope there. Is you have no idea where you're going, apparently.
Yes, it's kind of. So you have to find the new land with this.
You just have to hit it with your boat because you don't even have a telescope. Okay, so we have the different starting supplies. We're going to have different resources to start with.
Yes. In the beginning, you get the resources to buy another ship. You can buy smaller ones. They are cheap. It's just the resources you get in the beginning. So you always can buy one ship in the beginning. And there are bigger ones. They are more expensive, but they are also better to do the actions in the game.
We have a limit of 3 ships or 4?
Yes, you have, in the beginning, you have just could put 3 ships to you, but you can pay these resources to get another one. So you can have 4. There's one nation which has, the Portugals could have 5 ships in the in the game.
Makes sense. Historically, so it's sort of all designed on that.
And every nation has its own special feature. For example, the Netherlands have 2 extra sails for every ship.
So what do we do with the ships and other resources? We take this.
Then after the first phase, it's the second. It's the action phase. It's the game. The starting player is moderating, kind of. So you can choose in between 4 different actions. If you're a starting player, you say, okay, I want to do this action with my boat, so I lay down the boat, and then I ask all others, do you want to do this action? So everybody lays a ship down or not. And then it's the next, it's settling. It's the same. You ask, okay, I want to settle, so I put a ship there.
But you can choose whichever one you want.
Yes, you have.
In whichever order.
In the beginning, you have just the first, the starter ship, but you also can buy one. So you have, for example, 2 ships, and you also have a one-time use ship. It's also a starter one, so you have it in the beginning, but you don't have to use it in the first round. You can use it in a different way anytime. So in the beginning, usually you have only 3 options to do. You also can put down more than 1 ship. Here it's just limited to 1, but here you can up to 3 ships. So. What do we do with it?
Yes. We talk about different regions of the board, and that's what we're doing here.
In the first, you can get these one-time cards. So if you have to look, how many boxes do I have? So if it's 1, you get 1 wood. And in my example, I would take only 1 card, and I take the 1 card. If I have more boxes, just like that, I take 3 cards, but I have to choose 1 and take only the 1. Yeah, different kind of. Some are just resources. Some are also these one-time use ships. So you can get more ships or something else with this action.
Okay.
Then it's the settle. You want to settle. So if you have one person here, you just get one of your pieces and choose one of the islands. They're already there. So you take it and choose one of these kinds of resources or points.
Okay.
If you take the points, you get the points. For every ship and every person, you get one. So in my example, it's just 2. So I get.
Okay.
Just like that, I took the points, and here I took the resource.
Okay.
For example, if I have 2, if you don't multiply, sum them up, you must have a ship with a 2. So you do like a tower.
2 on here and get twice the
yes,
resources.
because there's a majority. If the island is full, you have the majority and get the extra points. So it's better to have 2.
Okay. So we start just with these few, but obviously we have exploration, which is going to get more out here.
Exactly. That's the last action is exploration.
Okay.
The third,
is it
put
converting
your resources away.
Right, converting them.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are contracts here. You have to give resources for it. Here's it. Here are the boxes again. So you just sum up to 3 ships. You can use it up to 3 ships, and have, for example, I have 2 ships here. And if I have this one, so for example, I can take this one, give it away, take the points. And that's one of the interesting things when I got over one of the frames. Because the frames are a little bit, you get a card, and it's just you want to fulfill the cards, of course, and a different kind of, you just may, for example, you just have to have 2 gold. It's in the end, there's in the third phase, there is this fulfilling, and you have to look, if I fulfill one, I can give it away and get points for it.
So as each player gets up to the frame, you're going to look through here and take one of them.
You take one of them,
and put the others back.
For example, put the others back. So if you are first, it's better for you because you can play for the cards and you can choose out of more. And that's, of course, the race reason of the title.
Okay. And then we have many different levels to go through.
And after you got to a frame, it's going back to the others so they can have it earlier.
Okay.
There are different kind of frames. We have 5. 3 of them are just like the ones we showed already. There's different. You can have some from the island or some for the contracts or for the ships. They're different cards. The second one is you get a captain, so you get an extra.
So extra bonus here.
Yeah, there are 5 different.
Okay.
More boxes or more sales, 1 gold every round, something like that.
So a little more specialization in terms of what you're doing here.
You choose one and get it, and till the end of the game you have this captain.
Okay.
Also, if you're first, you choose first.
Yes.
So it's always good to. Sometimes it's good to get the points directly and fast, so you can go to the next frame.
Okay.
There's one you get only resources.
Okay. And now with the exploration?
Yeah, the last action, now it only count the glosses. For every, you get, in my example it's 3, so I get 3 island tails. So I choose for every ship, I take one to the islands. So I choose maybe, for example, this
you need
one
to match
because
them up the way they're depicted on here as well?
they have to fit here on the islands, but I can choose wherever I like.
Okay.
And then I put of course, I put my color on it, and I got both resources or points or
Because
whatever.
you're there first.
Yes.
You get everything.
You
Okay.
get everything.
Okay.
So you also get 3 points. So maybe it's the next frame and so on.
Okay.
And then it's the last, the third phase. There is you get new island tiles, because just sometimes if you just settle, there are no new ones.
Mhm.
So it's just here, and you see how many is coming up. If you have a 4-player, you just get one.
Okay.
So you take one of the compasses and take it over there. So you took one of these and want to put it here. Okay, that doesn't fit. I take as long as one is fitting, and
Okay.
it says in a 4-player you just get one. In other,
Because there's probably enough people with enough
Yeah.
actions that you will.
all right.
Everybody will be exploring.
Yes.
Somebody will.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you have to look, okay, is one of the island ready? Is all island tiles are there? Then you get, for every of your color, get 1 point, and the bonus if you
Have the majority.
yes,
on
the
here.
majority.
Okay.
And if you took one of these contracts, you also put a die over there, and if you have all these full is also the majority, it's the same. It's just the extra points, and everybody
Right.
get 1 point for each die.
Okay. So you go
Um,
through this
yes,
multiple
you can-
times.
Yes, you have 4 rounds. You
Mhm.
can see it over there, how many rounds are left.
Okay.
It's 4 rounds, and in the end of this phase, you also can fulfill your cards. If you have it, you can show it and say, okay, I have. If you have bigger ships, bigger ships, for this I need always 2 or 3. If I have 2, I can say, okay, I have 2, I get 8 points.
Right.
If you want to fulfill more than one of these cards, you have to pay 2 different kind of resources to do the extra.
Okay.
And then the starting player is going to the next player,
Okay.
and so we play 4 rounds.
Right. Thank you. This seems very, I would say, typical for Hans and Gluck,
Yeah.
but it's like you can recognize your style
Yeah.
within the game design. Each different designer you have, you make it like fit the right mold. I don't know. It's a good recognizable style. So
Yeah.
you know what you're getting, I guess, when you get one of your titles. So
Yeah.
yes, there's a lot of different parts interacting and
Yeah.
merging
Yeah.
together here. So,
Yes, of course. But yeah, I think the first time we saw the prototype was 1.5 years ago, but it was very different. We sent it back to the designers
Mhm.
to say, look, take some things.
Okay.
And then we got it back, I think, in September or so. And it was a nice game. We liked it, so it was the reason why we wanted to do. Of course, we have to change a lot of things,
Right.
but it was a good game then.
And now it fits your style.
Yes.
And it will be out soon.
Yes,
Okay.
in March, I think.
Okay. Thank you, Yasmin. Very
You're
much.
welcome.
Race to the Newfoundland.